Welcome to another episode of the Brosketeers podcast produced by Ricardo Luna and Christopher Diaz, hosted by me as the host. And today we are bringing you two fucking subjects. We're talking about the movie Space Jam, right here. And we're talking about the movie The Fast and the Furious, so stay tuned because the Brosketeers podcast will start right now.
You took my heart, fuck that shit, girl, I don't need it. You took my heart, fuck that shit, girl, I don't need it. From the start, I've been out here fighting demons, I got all the answers. Baby, you a dancer, shorty, she a cancer, but she ain't got no manners. You took my heart, fuck that shit, girl, I don't need it. From the start, I've been out here fighting demons, I got all the answers. Baby, you a dancer, shorty, she a cancer, but she ain't got no manners. You having the time of your life, and I'ma let you. I know the timing ain't right, but I can't forget you. You took my heart, fuck that shit, girl, I don't need it. From the start, I've been out here fighting demons, I got all the answers. Baby, you a dancer.
And we are back. And as I said, we're talking about the Space Jam movie and the Fast and the Furious movie. So I'm going to talk to you about something later, but first I'm going to show you the official trailer of the point of the trailer of the new movie Space Jam movie here at the Brosketeers podcast. I will play it right now. I will turn on the volume up. I figured out. I'm so happy because I figured out how the guys on YouTube can watch the videos now. I was like, how can I do these edits for the guys on YouTube to watch these freaking things? But now I figured out now how to do it. So now you guys be able to do it. I'll put it like this, and my cameraman will zoom in. To the screen for the guys on YouTube to see. A little more. There you go. There you go.
Much better.
Hey everyone, it's LeBron. In our new film, Space Jam: A New Legacy, we'll be taking you on an exciting ride through Warner Brothers' most iconic characters. And Bugs and I have to battle and play some ball against an evil AI.
Space Jam, a new legacy, coming soon.
That was the trailer of Space Jam: The New Legacy. And you saw it here at the Brosketeers podcast. Really happy. I just figured out how and how to do it. So really happy. My cameraman can't leave now. So talking about that, the Space Jam movie. I think this one is different than the one in the '92. You know, I've seen. I mean, it's been a long time. I'll be honest with you. It's been a long time since I don't watched it. You know, since I don't watch a Space Jam actually. But the time that I watched it, I thought it was really funny. And we actually they actually changed a few things. Sorry. They actually changed things. You know, it's not like the one that in 1992. If you can see, guys, can you put on the screen, Chris, the one of the 1992? Yeah, that's the one in 1992 I'm seeing right now, and it's different than the one that Chris just put in. Thank you, Chris. Thank you very much, Chris. And applause. And cheers to Christopher Diaz. The grass, LeBron James, going on, LeBron James. So, moving forward. Yeah, Chris. I saw the podcast of yesterday. You stupid fuck. Uh, I actually have a poster of Space Jam over there. Yeah, guys, yeah, Chris just put it on the screen. I can turn in the camera, but they took a picture and just put it on the screen. I have a Space Jam poster right over there. Um, besides of this one's on the studio. Um, I actually have that poster over there because I pushed a wall. So I leave a hole in the wall and I gotta put a fucking poster in it. And a fucking hole. So it's really different than this new Space Jam, and so a lot of people are kind of complaining because they're trying to change the culture or whatever. But like, I mean, every movie like that part of a sense. I mean, every movie they kind of like have their changes, you know. So it's have their changes. So like in the past, in the first movie, they have Michael Jordan, and now they have LeBron James. Yeah, exactly. LeBron James. So they have LeBron James. My cousin is actually a fan of LeBron James. So it's every movie, like I said, every movie had their changes. It's not to me. It's not like a big deal, so I don't really care. But the release date of the new movie Space Jam: A New Legacy, is on July 16th of 2021 here in the United States. Will be released on July 16th of 2021. So it will be on HBO Max. It will be on a theater, by the way, too. So Space Jam: A New Legacy is an uncommon American live-action animated sports comedy film directed by Malcolm D. Lee, from screenplay by Drew Taylor, Tony Rementer, Ritamir Keenan, uh, Ritamir Keenan Cogler, and Terrence Nance. The film is a sequel to Space Jam and stars basketball player LeBron James as well as Don Cheeto, Chris Davis, Sonquia Martin Green, and Cedric Joe. The release date of the movie is July 16th of 2021 in the United States. Director Mark on the lead. Estimate budget. The estimate budget is the expensive of the movie. It's how much money they put into the movie. The expenses of the movie is 161.9 million fucking dollars. What? So yeah, I know you heard that. I know you heard that. Hold on, I'm trying to put something here. Yeah, I know you heard that. So yeah. What? So yeah, they actually, it actually, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. So the movie better be worth it. Because if you waste out so much money, that kind of money, then the movie better be worth it. The movie better be worth it. I'm telling you right now, it better be worth it. The movie, to that budget, to that kind of budget, because for example, it's a league. What was the movie DC did that? First, what was the movie? Justice League. Justice League. Look, I got the hand right here. Yeah, Justice League. Yeah, Justice League was the movie that DC did. DC did another Justice League. What happened is they screw it up. They make the budget of Justice League so much money on that budget. I'm gonna look it up right now. So much money on that budget of Justice League. How much? I'm gonna look at how much was the budget. The budget of Justice League. Of Justice League. And it was, people were saying it was screwed up, because so here we go. The budget of Justice League. I don't know if this is the new one they did that was screwed up, but the budget of Justice League was $300 million. $300 million for that fucking movie, and they screw it up. If you go to the reviews, I'm gonna go to the reviews. Right? So the release date of it was November 17 of 2017 in the United States, directed by Zack Snyder. What they call it, gross revenue, the gross revenue is the expenses of it and how much they get back. So this is how the movie business works. So what they do is they bring they get the actors, they get the directors, they get the producers, the cameramen, everything, right? To like a meeting or something, and they talk about the movie they're gonna make, and they talk about it, and hire them. That's when they first start off with the producer, and once they start with the producer, they get the screenplay writer, they get the director. From that's when they start creating everything, from the conversations of the characters to the scenes and everything. And then the producer, what they do is they get the screenplay writer. The screenplay writer gets everything. Like they get the screenplay writer. They write everything they have, all the ideas they have for the movie. They put it on a paper. Nowadays they put it on computer because of technology. But back then they put it on papers, and as I said, they put it on computers. And if I can close the font, they put it on computers, and then they put all their ideas in it. So what happened is once they put the ideas in it, they pass it to the producer of the show, the producer of the movie. Now the producer of the movie, what he does, it goes to the script and goes, okay, it goes in it, it doesn't go in it, this goes in it, and keeps going and going and going. It's the same thing as the Brosketeers podcast. So the producer of the Brosketeers podcast, Christopher Diaz, Ricardo Luna, everything we do an episode, or before we do an episode, or even before the podcast, we plan the episode. And what happened is I come up with ideas, all the ideas I have. Then I pass them to Chris. Then Chris take a look at them. Then Chris pass it to Ricardo. Then Ricardo looks at them. Now Ricardo looks at them over and over. We look at them over and over, and we put agreements, and we see if we disagree or agree. If we disagree, their episode will come out. If we agree, the episode will come out. So that's what we do. Let me put the fucking vacuum cleaner in here, motherfucker. Shit, it's fucking hot in here. So what they do now is, that we fucking work, right? Like we put all these episodes together, and we choose which one goes in it. So once we agree, we don't put the exact same thing we have in mind of the episode. Like I can make an episode saying, "Oh, I'm gonna dance here. I'm gonna dance in my underwear." YouTube. In reality, I'm not gonna dance in underwear on YouTube. That's the producer of the show. And Ricardo and Chris will say, "Oh, fuck no, you little fuck." You won't do that shit. And knowing Chris, the way he talks, they definitely will say, "Oh, fuck no." So that's what happens. What happens is they get the script. I make a script because I'm the writer now. So what I did when Emily Townsend was on the show, she made scripts. I did the same thing. Now I'm doing the same thing. I made the scripts. I put my ideas in it, and then I passed them, to Chris. I passed them to Ricardo, and then now Chris and Ricardo goes, "Okay, you don't say this, you don't say this, you don't say that," bang, and they switch it to a better script the script that I wrote it, but they switched it to a better way. The episode ideas that I put in, or the episode ideas that Ricardo or Chris put in, but we switch it to a better episode, and we don't put the exact same episode on the show. It's just the same thing with movies. They get the scripts to say, okay, this doesn't go, this goes, this goes, this goes, but it doesn't go, and that's when they switch it to a better script, they switch it to better scenes, and that's how the magic works. Now they start filming, and when they start filming, that when they get the fucking actors in, and like, oh, this is you can act as, and they put so much money into them, because you gotta put money into like the bumps, the stunts, the double actors, everything, and then they go to the theater, and the people go watch it. They watch the trailer. They go watch it, and depending on the people that go watch it, depending on the people that how many people buy the fucking tickets and go there. That's how it's gonna. That's when they're gonna go like, you know what? That all that money goes to the actors. To the actors, to the directors, to the producers, to the cameramans, to every single person. It goes to every single person on the show. So basically, that's how it works in the movie business. So if the movie is really bad, then they can get really bad money back. So that's what happened with Justice League. They're really bad movie, and they waste $300 billion, and they got back 7.9 million. So they got back less, or yeah, they got back. Basically, they got back less of what they wasted, because the movie was really bad, and that's what people were saying. Like, that's what it's saying right here, 65.9 million. But honestly, a lot of people are saying that they got really bad in return, because the movie was really bad. So basically, what I'm trying to say here, and the point of all this, is that if you waste so much money on a movie budget, the movie's gotta be good. And honestly, the review is 6.3/10. Thank you, Chris. 6.3/10. So it was not a bad review, but it was not a good review. So that's it set up. So yeah, if you kind of waste a lot of money on it, and invest a lot of money on the movie, then the movies better be good. The movies better be good. So that's all for Space Jam. I mean, what I have to say here is that the movies better be good. So cast of Space Jam: LeBron James, Don Cheadle, Song Kea, Martin Green. Okay, so that's the cast of the movie Space Jam. So the movie Space Jam in 1996. Let's go and let's do a little overview and cast and production and release of the 1992 movie, which I liked. By the way, it's really good. Space Jam is a 1996 American live-action animated sports comedy film directed by Joe Pytka and starring basketball player Michael Jordan. The film presents a fictionalized account of what happened between Jordan's initial retirement from the retirement in the NBA in 1993 and 1995. His comeback, which he's enlisted by the Looney Tunes to help them win a basketball match against a group of aliens who intended to enslave them as attractions for their theme park. Wayne Knight, Teresa Randall, and Bill. So that's the overview of the Space Jam in the 1992, and the cast of Space Jam. Some of the films, live action, cast play fictional versions of themselves. Michael Jordan, the Chicago Bulls star shooting guard who retires from the NBA, follow in his father's footsteps in baseball as himself, Wayne Knight as Stem Potlack, a publicist and assistant who helps Jordan. So that is moving to the production. The production in 1992 and 1993, two nights that Air Jordan and uh, Aerospace Jordan respectively aired on television on features Michael Jordan with character Bugs Bunny directed by Joe Pica. The production of the 1992 ad was you know hindered by uh by regulations for Warner Brothers to allow Knight to modernize the Bugs character, but the commercial success of both ads was nice bit of research for Warner Brothers to understand that the Bugs character still had a relevance and to tie with Michael explained Percat that this led to company green. So what's saying basically is that they were looking for an attractive ad to put it on television for people to watch it because it's like that's the movie business, you know. It's it's not just only the movie theater, but it's also if they put it on Netflix, they put it on webs, or if they put it on um the television for people to watch it and get ratings, so they get more pay and pay and pay. It's like it's music, you get paid, and I'm not comparing it to like, cause I'm not saying because it's way different both businesses, but what I'm saying is when the movie gets played on television, I'm sure the actors get paid, so that's why they do attractive, ads so they can be played on the television and people can watch it and they can get a lot of ratings at certain day, certain point. So other thing is, uh, it's like music. When your song gets played on radio and everything, it's they get paid. So that's why they need an attractive ad to attract people to get ratings and get more audiences and get paid, and people can even go buy on DVD. So the release of Warner Brothers released Space Jam through its family entertainment division in November 15 of 1996. The film grossed more than 90,482 in the United States and Canada, and 104 million in other territories for a worldwide total of 230,418,342 in China. The film was released in 1997 and grossed in China, I guess, for a million. Warner Brothers home video release. The film on VHS, I don't know what that means, DVD, and laser disc. I think the VHS is the little, it's like a little, how you call it, card thing. Like, I used to have one, I don't remember yet, but back then, 7 DVD, they had like a little thing that you kind of plug in, like it's like, you know, and you put it in. It was more like a slide card. It was look like a credit card, but it was really fat. And you put it in. Um, so yeah, a lot. A good movie though. If it was worth it. So that's what I'm saying. The second movie better be worth it. So that's it. That's pretty much it for Space Jam. Now moving to one of my favorite action films, The Fast and the Furious, and I will only go to like or assume of like three and one, two, and three. The second one, the first one, and the third one. Do like a little review on it, and then I will talk about. We'll take a minute to talk about what I'm hunting down for tomorrow and the next sports segment that I brought up yesterday. So Fast and the Furious movie. Okay. So the Fast and Furious movie was moving to the in 2001. It's an hour and 46 minutes. It's it's a crime and thriller film. I will. Yeah, I don't have to play the trailer or anything. I know you guys know what Fast and Furious is. Um, so the Fast and Furious takes you an inside world of the street racing. Dominic Toretto is a gang leader who is accused of hijacking trucks and stealing over $1 million worth of electronics. See more. I will read it and give a little small resume, and then so Los Angeles police officer Brian O'Connor must decide where his loyalty relies when he becomes in a more like he falls in love with the street racing world. He has been sent as an undercover to destroy. So he's was sent as an undercover. It's fucking hot in here. Cause it's fucking hot in here, bro. It is. It's really. Oh my god. Hold on, Chris. It's really fucking hot in here, bro. God. Um. Next time we'll turn the air conditioner on. So. It's another Brian O'Connor is an undercover cop that was sent for the mission of to the only for the mission to destroy this street racing. So he fell in love with it instead by falling in love with a woman named Mia. Los Angeles street racer Dominic Toretto falls under the suspicion of the LAPD as string of a high-speed electronics trucks robberies rocks the area. Brian O'Connor is an officer of the LAPD, joins the ranks of Toretto, a highly skilled racing crew undercover to convict Toretto. However, O'Connor finds himself both in love with his new world and in love with Toretto's sister, Mia. As a rival racing crew gains strength, O'Connor must decide where his loyalty lies. You know, he's got to decide whether I'm going with Mia or I'm going with the street race. Or I'm going with Mia or I'm going with the LAPD as the was a police officer. So, so LA Super Loretta falls on this. Okay, I already read that. The Fast and Furious is loosely based on the article of the magazine about strip clubs that race Japanese cars late night at night. Dominic Toretto is the leader of a street race gang that is under suspicion of stealing expensive electronics equipment. Brian O'Connor is an undercover police officer attempts to find out who exactly is stealing the equipment while following up for Toretto's young sister Mia. The Fast and Furious takes you inside world that I've already read that one. So basically, this one is saying is the Fast and Furious is it's an undercover cop who's trying to destroy the street racing world, but instead of trying to destroy the street racing world, it's falling in love with it. So the cast: Paul Walker, the late Paul Walker, Brian O'Connor, Vin Diesel, Dominic Toretto, Michelle Rodriguez, Letty, Jordan, Brewster, Mia Toretto, Ricky Joe, Johnny Tran, and okay, we got more. I'm gonna get ready. So we got Shat, Lindbergh, Jesse, Johnny Strong, Leon, and Ted Levine, Sergeant Tanner, Matt Sutrovins, and more. There's a lot of cast in here, so I won't say the whole cast because it would take the whole podcast. But the release date, it was in June 22 of 2001 in the United States. Director Rob Cohen, gross revenue $207.3 million. Estimate budget 38 millions. They got awards. So the MTV Movie TV Award for best screen on screen duo. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It doesn't say much. It just say, like I just told you, is more about the Fast and the Furious plot, and like I said, it talks about a guy who's trying to destroy the Fast and Furious. but instead of destroying it, it ends up falling in love with it. So I'm gonna go now for the second one and finish up. Brian O'Connor has left Leah due to his illegal actions from the first movie and now swords to the street Miami, making money here and there by street racing, watched by costumes agent Monica Fuentes. So what he's saying is, he's a street racing now. He's not a police officer anymore. He's making money out of street racing, and his secret agent Monica Fuentes, it's on a mission of undercover for a mafia person in the in Miami. And they end up falling in love with Brandon Connors as always. So the cast of it is Paul Walker, Brandon Connor, and Tyrese Gibson as Roman Pierce, Eva Mendes as Monica Fuentes. And of course, Cole Hausen as Coulter Venom. Release date was June 6th of 2003 in the United States. Director was John Slayton. Estimated budget $76 million. Gross revenue, 236.3 million dollars. Award, the Teen Choice Award, and the BMI Film TV Awards. Screenwriters Michael Bandon and Joey Hass. That's what that was technically. And I want to move on before ending. I want to move on to talk about what I want to talk about. I want to talk about tomorrow we're having an Instagram personality an Instagram personality called Juanchi. Tomorrow at the Brosketeers podcast during this spring break season. He's going to talk about his life as an Instagrammer and his success, what he wants to reach out in Instagram, and funny stories on the world that he's living on as an Instagram personality. We're also hunting down for the Pro Sports segment. We're trying to get an interview with football player Luke Reeves, and we're trying to also get an interview with soccer player Santiago Martinez. I already sent a few voicemails to Luke Reeves. I'm sure you're watching this right now. Sent a few voicemails to Luke Reeves. Also sent a message to Santiago Martinez, and they said they would join in when they can. Luke haven't told me yet, but I'm sure he will. On the post for segment, we're gonna do interviews, and probably Wednesday probably we will have the interview with Benno Wyan Alfine on the Brosketeers podcast. The interview with NG Magna. It's out now. It's out now on Spotify, Google Podcast, Breaker Podcast, Radio Public, Anchor Podcast, every podcast platforms. The interview of NG Magna. It's out now again on every podcast platforms. So make sure you don't miss it. We're planning to having a news segment called Come Hang Out. The Brosketeers segment called Come Hang Out with the Retards. It's a funny segment. Yeah, I know. It's a funny Come Hang Out with the Retards. So it's a funny segment where we will have people that will come in and talk about funny stories and retard stuff that happened to them, but that's something that we haven't put on yet, like on the show for certain date or something. That's a segment that I haven't put on yet. That we haven't put on yet because we gotta agree with it. It's in the process. We gotta make sure we get guesses. So it's hard to get guesses. Like I said, it's not easy. So we try to get guesses so you don't have to see me every day alone here talking news and shit. But like, it's hard to get guesses. We will also have soon. We're trying to have Michaela Fate Lindsay. If you ask who Michaela Fate Lindsay is, she's a baker. And we'll bring her here to talk about different cakes and stuff and delicious stuff, and that's why we're bringing in a professional baker here. So don't miss it with Michaela Fate Lindsay I'm sure it will be before the spring break season ends, because this is just for the spring break season. And yeah, And yeah, cause she was bringing something else, some more news, some more updates for the podcast. No, I don't. I will. We will also try to put quiz in here. We want to try to put that stupid fuck on that funny motherfucker, Christopher Diaz. We'll try to put him in here so you guys can finally see who Christopher Diaz is. You know that son of a bitch, little fuck. We'll try to put in. Ricardo will join in whenever he's not busy again, and well, he will join in with another bronze climate and another funny segment. And don't miss on Fridays the music to music segment with 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 me on Instagram Live. Again, the Brosketeers music to music segment. We're on Instagram Live every Friday at 9:20 on the Brosketeers music to music segment and on every podcast platform. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, I know it was a short podcast today. It wasn't too long, but I also don't want to make it too long today. Tomorrow we will have the Big King on here. So tomorrow will be a special podcast, and we'll see you in another episode of the Brosketeers podcast. I'm your host Isaac Cruz, a podcast produced by Ricardo Coluna, Christopher Diaz, and I'm so fucking used to bringing Emily Thousand. Yeah, is it just me? I just forgot she got fired or something. I don't know. The Brosketeers podcast. A podcast produced by Ricardo Luna and Christopher Diaz. Written by me, Isaac Cruz. Hosted by me, Isaac Cruz. The Brosketeers podcast created by Ricardo Luna and Isaac Cruz. All rights reserved 2021, so y'all motherfuckers better not get funny. We'll see you in another episode of the Brosketeers podcast tomorrow with Instagram personality Wanchi.
You took my heart, fuck that shit, girl, I don't need it.
You know, Chris, it's really fucking hot in here.
You took my heart, fuck that shit, girl, I don't need it.